Hi Virgo, welcome to the Soul Song. My name is Nina. This is going to be your July reading. So, we have had some powerful eclipses in the month of June, and we have them also in July. So, I feel like there are a lot of changes, especially like unexpected changes happening in our lives at this time. And this year has been full of surprises, so it doesn't it kind of goes with the rest of the year's theme. But anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're safe and sound. That first card wanted to pop out whilst I was shuffling your cards and preparing for your reading, so I'm curious to know what that is. I think I'll take one more card. Okay, so we will first start with your oracle cards and then we'll move into tarot. We've got Treasure Island at the bottom of the deck. I feel like there's some goal that you're moving towards. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Okay, but you're probably not too sure of where you're heading at the moment. We've got Community at the bottom of this deck. Let's see. Happy Family, Vision Quest. Okay, we've got Clean It Up and Change in the Wind. Okay, there is some changes perhaps happening in your family life as well. Okay, for some of you there's some cleaning up, or there's some much needed, like what I'm hearing is spring cleaning. Okay, letting go of what is not required or what is not working anymore. It's incidentally, both of these cards come down to the number 3. This is the number 21 and this is the number 12. So there's some mirroring happening, and there's also, yeah, I'm feeling like this whirlwind coming in and sweeping off certain things away from your life. It's like a broom action. Okay, and yeah, we do have a broom here. So there is something that is being swept off, but it's actually for the good, because I feel that it's going to lead you to where you actually want to be. Okay, you may have felt that you were kind of lost or didn't have any sense of direction in a particular area of your life. Okay, and you may have been waiting for these blessings to come in with the rainbow, but before the blessings come in, this change needs to happen, and this could be rather unexpected is also what I'm getting. But I'm also hearing that there's something that you need to change about internally. Okay, in terms of letting go of your past and clearing things up that are sort of hindering your progress in a way. And this specifically could be the way you think, the way you behave, your attitude, your day-to-day behavior, or habits. Okay, these could be some unhealthy habits, or maybe your self-talk, or anything from the past that you feel needs to actually be addressed and needs to be let go of once and for all. I feel like that's going to bring a lot more clarity in terms of your vision. Okay, in terms of your personal development. How do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in the future? Which paths do you want to take? Okay, that is coming through very strongly. So I do feel like there are some good connections that most of you are trying to invite in your life. Okay, and it doesn't necessarily have to be family, but it could be. But there's a sense of like being open to new connections, friendships, new people you can trust. Okay, people you can sort of rely on, your support system. Okay. Okay. At the bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands. That's a victory card. It is a success card. It's also about overcoming challenges and obstacles. So whatever this change is that is happening in your life, I feel like it's going to help you overcome some stagnancy, I'm hearing, and overcome some get also some movement going forward. Okay. Wow, look at that. We've got the Nine of Cups as your center card. All right. Let me just sink in the energy from these cards. What I'm hearing first of all is that you're putting yourself first, okay? Especially for those of you who are resonating with the family bit or being surrounded by the right kind of people. I feel like that is coming into focus this month. And July is also Cancer season. There's been an eclipse in Cancer on the 21st of June. So that is perhaps when these shifts or these changes started to happen, or you may have come to some sort of a realization that something needs to change, okay? So you're putting yourself first is what I'm hearing. And there are some characters showing up first of all in your reading. There's the King of Wands. You've got the King of Swords and the Princess of Cups. But let's get into this, okay? So you've got the Princess of Cups or the Page of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. I'm getting a strong feeling like there's been some disappointment as far as your support system is concerned, where you might not have felt like you sort of belonged, and that's also coming through with this Five of Pentacles here. We'll get to that later, but I feel that there's been a shift, or you've been feeling kind of disappointed, disheartened by something to do with your family or shared assets, or something to do with also your sense of belonging, your whatever gives you that rooted, grounded stability in your life, okay? And this goes way back to like your family legacy as well. So the 10 and the 5 here is suggesting to me that there has been some ending, or there's been a difficult experience that has led you to actually want to bring about an ending in some situation that is close to your heart, that is close to, like I said, your sense of belonging and your sense of community, your support system in life, okay? For others of you, this could have been like financial. Maybe you had some kind of a disappointment or loss that you're grieving as far as your financial stability is concerned. Maybe this was a long-term job that you've done for a really long time, or this could have been a family business, that you had invested a lot of effort and money into. But it's telling me that there's been a disappointment, but it's also like an emotional disappointment. So it could have been related to some kind of connection, okay? So it could also have been maybe a business partner that you had a fallout with, or something like that. But there's been some kind of a loss, and this could have also something to do with the King of Wands, okay, who may have disappointed you, because we do have the Five of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the King of Wands here in the last row. So this could be like a fire sign that you were dealing with or are dealing with, Aries, Leo, Sag, but there's some disappointment there, okay? Now we've got the King of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Three of Swords. So this being in the center, like I said, what I was hearing was putting yourself first. And this does not mean that you disconnect from other people. It's just that you're prioritizing your needs, especially your emotional needs, whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you feel more fulfilled and, full of joy and abundance and just motivated and just really happy in life. Okay, content, that is very important. So there is someone in particular who you may have been dealing with. This could be an authority figure. Okay, the King of Swords. So it could be an air sign, of course. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You've got 2 swords cards here, so could definitely be an air sign. Okay, but again, I'm getting that you're overcoming this feeling of grief or maybe a lack of a mismatch in some way is what I'm hearing, or some kind of a loss or disappointment that you were grieving. I feel like you're overcoming that. And this could also be, of course, some kind of wish coming true, something that makes you really happy. Okay, but more importantly for most of you, I feel that you're putting yourself first and you're putting your own happiness first. You're prioritizing it, and that is coming through very strongly, and that's also making you sort of decide on certain critical areas of your life, I feel. Okay, but you're going to come out of it a winner for sure. And beneath that we have the Magician. So certainly I'm getting a very strong individualistic energy where you're coming back into your power. You're realizing that you can overcome any sort of challenge and that you have it in you, basically. Okay, maybe this person was kind of controlling or just could have been a boss, could have been an authority figure, like I said, or someone in your family who has that kind of a say in your life. Okay, I feel that you're also cutting through, you're breaking free from this hurt, from this grief, this anger, this pain, whatever it may be. You've learned some important lessons which has made you wiser, and it's also helping you make clear and firm decisions for your own contentment, your own happiness now. Okay, then we have the Five of Pentacles, the the Seven of Cups, and the King of Wands. This seems to be quite an emotional month for you, Virgo. I feel that there's been at least one specific relationship in your life where you've struggled for quite a bit to get some kind of clarity. Okay, we did see this card at the bottom of the deck, so it's very similar to the Seven of Cups energy, where there are illusions, there's a lack of clarity, there's a lack of direction, there's a lack of it's more like fantasy, it's more of a fantasy, but I feel like you're leaving some kind of a fantasy behind, actually, to come back into your own power as well, to come back into this self-empowerment. Okay, feeling strong enough, feeling brave enough to actually tread forward with confidence and make things happen for yourself. There is, especially towards the end of the month, there is some kind of your bookends are talking about changes for sure. There's some shift, there's some change happening here. I want to pull one card between these two just to get more clarity, so I'm going to use the other deck. Got this Five of Pentacles and Seven of Cups. Why is the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups here? Okay, so we've got the Strength. Okay, yeah, this is all about courage. Okay, And you've got the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And behind that, you have the Fool. So, Virgo, I feel like you're gathering the courage to actually set off on your own path, okay? Usually people associate the Five of Pentacles with a lack energy. Now that could be possible, especially in terms of your finances, okay? And that may be one of the reasons why you're feeling kind of doubtful and unclear and foggy. But there is a very strong sense of coming into your own and self-empowerment here. Whatever it is that you're walking away from, choosing to walk away from, Virgo, I feel that not only is this going to make you a lot stronger, it's also gonna bring, like I said initially, that clarity in vision for what you want in your life, okay? Where do you see yourself standing, or who do you see yourself with? And not compromising in any way, and putting your needs first, because I feel that whatever this was, this situation, could be a job, could be a family, could be anything, it was not actually leading you to this space of contentment and happiness and joy. And it is probably going to bring up some grief, whilst separating yourself from that. But eventually I feel that you're going to become way more stronger. You're going to become you're going to get also your energy back, is what I'm feeling, okay? Because I feel that whatever this was, it was actually draining you a lot emotionally, more importantly, because and once your emotional body actually feels drained, it impacts everything. You can't really think clearly, you can't make decisions wisely, and your day-to-day energy level, your vibration, everything gets sucked down, okay? So you've got the Five of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. Definitely some changes happening. And the Nine is also nearing the end. It's almost reaching that culmination, okay? The next step being the Ten of Cups, where you have other people to share your joy with, okay? As we saw in this Happy Family card. I feel like you're looking for more stability in terms of your support system, especially. That's coming up very strongly here, okay? And you may have felt kind of naive for maybe trusting the wrong people, or not necessarily wrong people, but there have been some difficult lessons that you learned, okay? So this actually looks to be a very important month, and it also seems to be a very there are gonna be a lot of changes, okay? And this actually goes very well with what I was speaking about initially, about the eclipse happening in the sign of Cancer on the 21st of June. So that's going to bring a lot of shifts, especially as far as your home life, your family life is concerned, if depending on where it's hitting in your chart, of course. But that's the general theme, and I am seeing that here. But whatever it is, Virgo, I feel like you are moving into a far more powerful, self-empowered place, okay? And feeling a lot more content with where you're heading, with who you are. And I'm getting this sense of being able to be your authentic self, okay? Recognizing yourself or seeing yourself in a new light after you've maybe moved away from or separated from this situation, okay? So let's get one final outcome card for our lovely Virgos here for the month of July. Okay, So we've got the Six of Cups, the Hermit, and the Ten of Swords. So that's another 10 here. Something is coming to an end, okay, and this could actually have something to do with a connection or soulmate connection, or somebody you've been with for a really long time, or you've had some kind of history with, okay, but it's a painful ending from what it seems. And you've got the Princess of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like that is what is being highlighted here: speaking your truth, honoring your path, honoring yourself, okay. That's coming through very, very, very strongly, and standing up for yourself. So what is the advice for Virgo? You've got nurturing. This is all talking about self-love, Virgo, okay. Yeah, and you've got effortless. This is quite similar to the Fool energy, actually. Going downstream can seem to be very daunting. It can seem to be very challenging, because it is scary, isn't it? Being on the edge of the cliff, and it's calling for you to put yourself first, to love yourself, to give yourself all the nurturing and unconditional love that you perhaps have been missing, I feel. And to trust that you're going to, you're not going to, I mean, the universe is not going to let you fail or fall. They're going to pick you up, okay? And also to not try to go upstream. If something is seeming very difficult, trying not to challenge it and resist it, instead going with the flow and actually letting it go is going to be beneficial to you. That's the advice that is coming through. So that is your reading for the month of July. I hope this was useful. I hope this resonates with you. I'm wishing you all the very best for the month ahead. And looks like quite an emotional month. So hang in there, Virgo, and do take care of yourself. You're going to come out of this a winner, okay? So take care. God bless. Bye-bye.